menacing than a cone, I think. What do you guys think? You think that I think that would hurt a bit more than a cone if you landed on it. A cone's just like, eh. This is actually like, ow, that's gonna fucking hurt. Looks like landing on a Lego piece. How big is this, though? I need to check my metric system thing. In where? Oh, where? Let's do tab. So we've got this. This is going to be our spiky death trap thingy. I mean, I can always just scale it by 100. And that'll make it, you know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, a little bit over. Not very big. However, I want to flub up the bottom a little bit here. It's quite funky. I'm playing with rounded ones, and they might be a bit cliched. Sorry, I'm not actually sure what you mean there. Can you elaborate a little bit? My brain's not fully functioning right now. Trying to. Oh yeah, there we go. That's looking a lot meaner. And then we can kind of come up here. Extrude, Alt M, add center. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, okay, I'm following now. Yeah, my brain doesn't always work the way I want it to. That's just, in fact, it rarely does. My brain is probably the biggest jerk I know. To me. Let's do that. Yeah. Menacing. It looks like a cactus giving you the bird. Which is pretty much exactly what it is. A very ugly low poly cactus. What else could we do to this thing? Smooth, flat. I like the flat. I think it's more interesting when it's a bit lower poly. I could always add an armature and try to animate it. Oh, that'd be terrible. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, that's I can completely understand that. And And honestly, you're probably right. Typically, just trying to get an idea of stuff, it's easier to learn and to figure out what people are trying to do when you do it yourself. Um, I don't think I need the second one, actually. Yeah, animating it would just be like one bone. Maybe a couple others if you really wanted it to be like dancing and doing all kinds of stuff. Um, in this case, I don't think I want it to animate because I want it to just kind of be like a spike right there that if you land on it, you die. However, when I make the pipe guy, I may try to animate him so that he's a bit more interesting than just a bush popping out of a pipe. Or my Goomba guy, he will probably be animated if I can figure out how to do it. But of course, all of these are totally not ripping Nintendo stuff. They're not going to be Goombas and Koopas and stuff like that. I'm actually going to make my own stuff. I don't like ripping other people's content. Just because they happen to have very, very strikingly similar movement patterns. Let's see, we need to mark some seams here. I'm not expecting this to be pretty, so I'm not too worried about making it like super detailed. But if we end up wanting to texture this, eh. Does scaling work with UE4? So if you attach a bone and scale over the keyframes, will it work through the exporter? Unfortunately, I don't know the exact answer to that because I'm not very heavy into animation. I know very little. I think it works, but that's kind of as far as I know, and I'm sorry, I can't give you a better answer. Oh, jeez, I don't know where to mark seams at all on this guy. See, well that's a good seam spot, and that's a good seam spot because they're not going to be seen. So I know that at least. And I want it to be this side, not this side, because I think this side looks more menacing. So I can put seams back here. That kind of... go like that. And I think maybe peel this face down pretty much is the way that's gonna go. Let's see, we can hit right up in here. Just trying to make it to where most of the stuff is not going to be like all nasty and janky. We can just kind of cut this off because that's no big deal. Well, let's see how bad I messed up the UV. This will be fun. That's gonna look so bad. Unwrap. UV. Oh my god. Yeah, I was thinking about eventually texture painting it. Once I get this to not look god awful, because there are fucking overlapping verts everywhere, and that's terrible. Oh dear. Suppose. Okay. I'm gonna do exactly what Hobson told me, that unless I'm doing it for a reason I shouldn't do, and I'm gonna cut this thing off. And it's because I has reason. We're gonna cut this one. Alright. And then let's see, I said it was this side that I thought looked more menacing. So I'm trying to show as few seams as possible over there. Which means let's try that. Actually, we can probably leave that. Oh yeah, I forgot to re-unwrap. UV unwrap, unwrap. Almost, okay. Okay, we have almost got it to a point where I could actually work with this. What is this here? There's a selected face, so where's the selected face? This one. Probably the worst freaking UV unwrap job. That's alright though. The only way to really learn is to fuck it up until you do it right. Yeah, okay, I can work with this. It's not perfect, but better than I usually do. Okay. Let's actually pull this one out a little bit. That way these two aren't bumping up right up against one another. I can have a little bit of room for play. I can put this one down here. I can get this one right in here. And this one will come right down here. Yeah, I've been kind of nervous about the light map unwrapping in Blender. I've seen some okay ones, but you kind of have to fight with it a lot to get it to work well. I don't know. I've had a lot of bad experiences so far just with UV unwrapping in general. You should see the ones I've done at work. They're pretty bad. I actually might have one on here that I've done before too. I get better with each one. Like, I understand that you don't want any overlapping. You don't want them to be all bunched up. You want at least a little padding in between them and stuff like that for light map purposes in the editor. You want them all to be scaled the same size and rotated the same way, or else your material will be all funky with light maps.